Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have a vintage Dunhill service lighter. These were distributed to the troops, or maybe available to the troops during World War II. According to the Toledo Bend VCL site, they were made from the early 40s through the end of World War II. They were available in multiple colors and also in a sterling silver base metal. I believe that this sort of dirt brown was the most common color that they were painted with. It seems like I have seen blue, which they have an example of that on the Toledo Bend site. Pretty sure I've seen red, and I don't remember specifically any other colors. It is marked on the bottom, Dunhill Service Lighter, Pat Pinned for patent pending, and made in USA. The Flint spring screw is a fancy looking floral motif. At least that's the way it appears to me. I've owned a few of these in the past, and I bought a few others with this one. They all had flint dust all over them and all in the boxes, which I cleared out pretty easily with a 3/32 drill bit. See there that is, there's a clear gap between the tube and the file wheel. This is an automatic lighter of sorts in that when you strike the wheel, the snuffer comes up and the wick is ignited, or the fumes coming out of the wick are ignited. Has a nice built up windscreen with, it looks like, 11 holes in it. See there that the wick is white and appears unused. It is a new lighter, even if it has suffered some damage just from storage through time. There are some scratches, I'm sure, scuffs, maybe some minor paint loss, perhaps some small amount of flint debris left on the file wheel. Cleaned that off as best I could. The fill screw has a paper gasket. There you can see the white wadding along with the terminal end of the wick. Tighten down. We're not going to strike this because technically it is new and that's the way I'm going to sell it. But I will install a flint just to show you that the flint will make it all the way to the file wheel, which you can see there. Flint spring behind it, and the nice flowery flint spring screw behind that. kind of a basic lighter and what most people would refer to as a trench lighter. There you see that the flint spring and screw all install as they are supposed to. As I said, I'm not going to strike it because technically this is a new lighter. Pull that flint out. Take a look at the underneath side of the snuffer. And a really nice one motion. Technically, maybe you would call this a semi-automatic because that opens it, but then you still have to manually snuff it. But as I said, most of the paint's still there, though there may be some minor damage to it. And you can also see that with that flint spring screw reinstalled with the spring in there, it does make contact with the wheel. So we're not even going to open it that way. We're not going to put any wear on the end of that spring. But a very nice lighter, an actual piece of World War II history, or at least that's where it was intended to be used. Not an uncommon or rare lighter necessarily, but not real easy to find either in this condition. The box says Dunhill service lighter, trademark. Pat pending, made in USA. Says that on both sides. Nothing on the back or the ends. There's no paperwork that accompanies it. Just the empty box. And this particular box has all the ears and flaps, just as far as I can see, still intact and present. Though it does have a bit of a crease on this one side. So keep your eyes out. This will be in the Dependable Flame eBay store for sale soon. At a buy it now price with a make offer option. You can own yourself this cool little piece of history. Until next time.